This is my brand new Stratos lathe, which is a wonderful piece of machinery, but has a little problem in that my commercial vacuum chuck won't fit. And so I have made up one from some copper pipe and a bearing and a 3D printer. The copper pipe fits through the headstock and has a brass thread soldered to one end, into which I shall screw the homemade chuck. The other end has a little bit of insulation tape around it so that it fits perfectly within the headstock bore. The copper pipe slides into the headstock and the plastic nudges up just so that it's a nice tight fit. The vacuum adapter has been 3D printed to accept a bearing, which is a really tight fit hammered in, and on the other end an 8mm hole to accept some 8mm copper pipe. This is a snug fit over the top and just pushes in and stays there with a friction fit, because when applying the vacuum holds it all together anyway. On the other end I have a chuck made out of soil pipe with an MDF filling and a small nut in the bottom which screws into the threaded rod. The back has a recess which fits over the jaws, the expansion jaws of my chuck, and just fits on like this. Screws into the threaded rod, and all I have to do now is expand the jaws and turn the machine on. As you can hear, it's all very smooth, there's no rattling. The vacuum chuck adapter sits there quite happily. I've ordered a faceplate so that I can screw the chuck straight onto the thread of the headstock, thereby shortening it, but at the moment it works extremely well. Just to show you how effective it is, I'm using a piece of foam to create the seal, sticking a square piece of wood on the vacuum chuck, and I'll spin it up. Going really quite fast with an unbalanced piece of wood. I think that's pretty good. And if you try and pull it, it takes more force than I can put on it with my left hand to remove it. I'll turn off the vacuum, and the leaks in the system mean that we'll hold there for a little while before it drops off. There you go. And that's about the cheapest vacuum chuck I can provide. I'll leave a link to the G-code file for the 3D printed vacuum adapter for those that are interested. Thank you.